I've made several videos about the changes that have been coming to US figure skating, moves in the field, and free skate, testing and competing. Many of you have even more questions now that the implementation date is here. On Friday, US Figure Skating emailed members the new chart for the testing structure. I started posting this information to all of you back in March of last year. So I was pretty shocked when everybody at my rink was abuzz today, saying this took them entirely by surprise. Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today, I will go over all of this as quickly as possible to ensure that I get the word out to as many people as possible so that there are no more surprises moving forward. You can help ensure that the word gets out by liking this video, leaving comments, sharing it on your social media, and subscribing to my channel. That tells YouTube this video is useful and has value to others, so they'll suggest it to more people. Before I dive in, I want to remind you that while I'm a PSA ranked and rated coach, a fully compliant member of US Figure Skating, I'm not any kind of official spokesperson for US Figure Skating or PSA. With all that out of the way, let's dive in. US Figure Skating tests serve as a prerequisite for competition and offer you an opportunity to achieve your personal goals. Test sessions feature a panel of US Figure Skating officials, offer you the opportunity to highlight your abilities and advance to the next level. Skaters who pass the final tests in each pathway earn the honor of becoming a US Figure Skating gold medalist. You can even earn multiple gold designations throughout your skating career. While competitive skaters must participate in the US Figure Skating test structure, to compete, all skaters may continually take tests to challenge themselves and their skating abilities. Tests are available in skating skills, singles, pairs, and ice dance. And a separate track is available for adults age 21 and older. As a skater advances, the tests become more difficult, so each test passed is a cause for celebration. Let's start with the US Figure Skating testing names and structure. Moves in the field tests are now called skating skills tests. To be completely clear, this is a name change. All testing elements will stay the same. Only the names have changed. Did I just quote Bon Jovi? I'm sorry, I'm from New Jersey. Funny thing, I'm not actually even a Bon Jovi fan. Anyway, here's your breakdown. Pre-preliminary moves in the field is now pre-preliminary skating skills. Preliminary moves in the field is now preliminary skating skills. Pre-juve moves in the field is now pre-bronze skating skills. Juvenile moves in the field is now bronze skating skills. Intermediate moves in the field is now pre-silver skating skills. Novice moves in the field is now silver skating skills. Junior moves in the field is now pre-gold skating skills. Senior moves in the field is now gold skating skills. The reason US Figure Skating has changed the test names is to better represent the journey to becoming a gold medalist. But why did they change moves in the field to skating skills? Well, it's easier for skaters and their parents to understand exactly what skating skills are. We already use this term, skating skills, when it comes to competition component scores. So this just makes testing more straightforward and consistent. For my adult skaters out there, your test levels are going to be a bit different. I'm going to get to that later, so stay with me. Let's first move on to free skate tests, which are now called singles. I suspect many of us will refer to this as singles free skate for the near future. Be that as it may, the official name is just singles. Again, it's just the names have changed to better represent your journey in becoming a US Figure Skating gold medalist. Pre-preliminary free skate is now pre-preliminary singles. Preliminary free skate is now preliminary singles. Pre-juvenile free skate is now pre-bronze singles. Juvenile free skate is now bronze singles. Intermediate free skate is now pre-silver singles. Novice free skate is now silver singles. Junior free skate is now pre-gold singles. Senior free skate is now gold singles. Once again, for all my adult skaters out there, yours is going to be a bit different. Stay with me. I'm going to get to you, I promise. For pairs, your changes are juvenile pairs is now bronze pairs. Intermediate pairs is now pre-silver pairs. Novice pairs is now silver pairs. Junior pairs is now pre-gold pairs. Senior pairs is now gold pairs. The changes for free dance, partnered, and solo are juvenile free dance is now bronze free dance. Intermediate free dance is now pre-silver free dance. Novice free dance is now silver free dance. Junior free dance is now pre-gold free dance. And senior free dance is now gold free dance. In the pattern dance track, there are 4 categories. You can choose which track you prefer, or you can do both. Lead steps are those that the male partner has traditionally skated. Follow steps are those that the female partner has traditionally skated. All tests offer an equivalent Skate United test for athletes with physical disabilities. Adaptive tests are for athletes registered in any Special Olympics or adaptive skating program. Adaptive singles and singles levels are pre-bronze, bronze, silver, and gold. Adult athletes 21 and over can test in the standard track or the adult testing structure. Let's go over that now. This varies from the other test names because the adult tests in moves and free skate have always been called pre-bronze, bronze, silver, and gold. The adult committee didn't want to change that. So they've decided to keep the names intermediate, novice, junior, and senior for adult athletes that have passed their adult gold test and wish to challenge themselves by taking the standard track tests above that level. The skills on the intermediate level test are similar to those in the pre-silver test in the standard track. Additionally, while adult partnered free dance levels are pre-bronze, bronze, silver, and gold, adult solo free dance levels are juvenile, intermediate, novice, junior, and senior. Adult pairs do not have pre-silver or pre-gold, so the levels are just bronze, silver, and gold. Adults can still test 21 plus or 50 plus. Element requirements for all standard and Skate United singles, pairs, partnered free dance, and solo free dance tests, and adult intermediate through adult senior single tests have been removed from the rulebook and are now published in charts on the testing overview page, which is within members only Skater Journey testing overview. You may test at scheduled test sessions hosted by a U.S. figure skating club, in person or virtually, for singles, pairs, and free dance tests at the bronze through gold levels and select adult levels. You may submit an IJS protocol from a sanctioned U.S. figure skating competition if you skate up 1 level from your current singles test. What does all this mean for you as a competitor? This is where the eligibility restructure comes in. Before December 1st, 2022, you must have passed the equivalent singles free skate test to enter that level in a qualifying competition. So if you wanted to skate a junior event, you would have had to pass the junior free skate test. Or you could skate up 1 level to use that IJS protocol to pass the next test. That is going to continue to be the case. You can now also skate down from your singles test level, but there's a critical term within this restructure. This is your competitive floor. That's the lowest level you can compete. That same junior skater could skate down to novice if they have not entered an official series with an EMS registration at the junior level. That same skater could also skate up 1 level to senior, just like they've always been able to, as long as it's not a qualifying competition. However, let's suppose that same skater was to enter an official series, such as NQS or Excel, through EMS at the junior level. If they do that level, junior, will become their competitive floor. That's the lowest level they can compete at for all future competitions as they move forward. The big news is that same skater may also accelerate their test level by passing senior and continue to compete at junior or even novice or intermediate, just so long as they have not entered an official series at the junior level. Think of it this way. You could always take your senior moves in the field, or what is now called gold skating skills, and still compete at pre-preliminary because the moves or skating skills test have no bearing on your competitive level. So what U.S. figure skating has done here is similar with singles tests. However, according to the competition requirements chart that U.S. figure skating sent out on Friday, there are exceptions. The first is no test. The chart specifies that to compete in no test, you may not have passed any singles tests, but you may have passed skating skills tests. That makes sense because the level is called no test. However, that is confusing when tests have been decoupled from competition level. levels, right? I can't help but wonder if it's even still necessary to have a no-test competition level, especially as we also have Excel levels that those skaters could compete under. I do know of someone that reached out to US Figure Skating about this back in February, I think it was. At that time, they were told that a skater could pass singles free skate tests and still compete no test. I guess this is one of those times that US Figure Skating reconsidered that. However, this person and others may be affected because I know at least one person that went ahead and took their singles free skate test based on that information that US Figure Skating provided them, which advised them that they could pass those tests and still compete in no test, as long as they did not register for the Excel series at a higher level. I think there's gonna likely be some upset skaters and parents. That said, I do completely understand why you cannot compete in no test after you have passed a singles test. The level is called no test. Additionally, adults competing at adult levels are not permitted to skate down from their highest singles test passed. This is something that the adult committee feels very strongly about. So adults are not allowed to skate down. Please reference the current US Figure Skating rulebook for specific rules and check with your own coach. If this video helped you, please give it a like and share it with somebody else you think it could help. Just post it on your social media too. Remember, I post videos every week that can help you with your skating. So be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. For more information about rule changes, you can check out these videos right here. And here's a video that YouTube thinks you might like. This is Aimée. Thank you for watching. Happy skating and happy testing and competing. I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.